You see, I believe that Apple is feeling the pressure from every other brand out there, so if it's any time to show us what they're actually good for, it is probably now. You see, for years, phones have been on different wavelengths, whether it's software, hardware, or design, but now, every phone kind of have something similar. It's like they are almost produced by one company. You see, Apple, Huawei, Xiaomi, and Samsung, they all have something similar. But that's not why we're here. We are actually here to talk about Apple rumors and what we are going to be expecting in this coming fall. Hi, it's Orange Tech here. Today we are diving into the Apple's rumor and everything we're expecting for this fall. And of what we have been actually hearing is that there will be a new model called the iPhone 17 Air, which might be replacing the Plus version. So hold your hats for that. And this might just be interesting for everybody because this model is going to be super slim and it's going to be clean, nice design, a camera with a 48 megapixel, and I'm just excited to see how this might affect the market. And apart from that, we will be expecting newer colors, newer design, and even vapor cooling on the Pro version because the Pro and the Pro Max last year and the year before, especially the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it used to overheat most of the time, but now with the vapor cooling, this might just be a new way to actually cool the phone whenever it turns hot. So if you're wondering whether you should get an upgrade or you're just curious about what Apple really has in store for us for this fall, then this video is for you. Alright, so let's talk about what models we might be expecting this year. Just like last year, we're probably getting 4 iPhones. The base model iPhone 17, a bigger version probably still called iPhone 17 Plus, then we got the iPhone 17 Pro, and this year there might be a little twist where we get a iPhone 17 Air. Yes, Air, just like the iPad, super thin, super light, made with titanium, and rumor has it that Apple might just be replacing the Plus version with the Air instead. So instead of going big and chunky, we might be getting something sleek and minimal. And yeah, that is just tech at its finest. I do like how innovative we're becoming, but where it starts to feel a little bit weird is when we have phones smaller than these, which means we might just have to cut on performance and battery unless you have unlimited money like $6 or $10 billion to find newer ways to make the phone small but still powerful. And that is weird. So yeah, when it comes down to the colors, on the iPhone 17 itself, you might just be getting the normal usual colors that we have. You know, we're looking at black, white, steel gray, green, purple, and that kind of like light blue. And then for the Air, we're looking at white, kind of like bright white and colder kind of. And then black, we're looking light blue, and then gold. I just hope that when you actually see it in real life, you don't really get that gold type of vibe. You get something pastel or shaded gold that doesn't really take a lot of space. And when it comes down to the Pro and the Pro Max version, then I'm actually excited for the dark blue. And what I'm actually excited the most, which means I might just buy myself one, is actually the orange because yeah, I mean, it's just a win, right? Orange Tech, orange, I mean, I might just buy that. But anyhow, we are talking about the phones and this is one of its kind, which might just be super popular, just like the beige iPhone 15 Pro Max, which many people actually wanted, but we might see how this turns out to be. Okay, so let's talk about performance and battery because under the hood, all these phones will be getting the new A19 chip except for the Pro Max and the Pro version, which will be getting the new Pro chip, which will just maximize the whole performance, and also RAM will be bumped up 8GB on the standard model while we get 12GB on the Pro and the Pro Max and maybe on the Air as well. But here's the tricky part with the iPhone 17 Air. First of all, it's actually super thin, so we are looking somewhere around 3000 milliamp hour. And to be honest, that might not just help you throughout the day. You might need to charge multiple times a day unless Apple decides to do some type of software update, which allows you to kind of use the phone a little bit less with less power, but that would just be super impossible to fix unless Apple brings down the price so more and more people can buy into the iPhone 17 Air, which might just be the deal. Now, as for the camera, the base model iPhone 17 will just stick to the dual lens system, which they have always done. We are looking somewhere around a wide and an ultra wide 48 megapixel camera. And for the Air, just because this might just be the cheap version, we are looking at one camera lens, 48 megapixel, which will just be super fine for most people. But for the Pro models, this is where the camera is going to show itself, because we're talking about a triple 48 megapixel lenses, a better low lights thanks to the mechanical aperture control, up to 5x zoom, and possibly 8K video and a dual camera recording for content creation, which is good if you ask me. So Apple is going full on content creation mode, which is super nice for everybody who wants to pick the camera up and show what they really have. Something else that I really find impressive is the OLED panel all the way, and we're having a new gen ceramic glass on the screen, and Dynamic Island is still here, but they might shrink it a little bit for some UI animation, which, well, I still like the Dynamic Island because it literally helps me most of the time, and it's just gonna be cool to actually see what they have in store for us. Now, apart from all the models getting OLED panel, they're actually adding 120Hz Pro Motion display, which is super fluent and good for scrolling. Like, I just don't know how we've been using 60Hz on every iPhone throughout the years when other brands out there are using 120Hz on their basic phones. So this will be a huge change for most people to be able to scroll at 120Hz, even watch film or play games with. But yeah, here's what I think this model is for. If it's the iPhone 17, then you just like something reliable, it has a better refresh rate, it's cool, you know, big screen and all that. Then if it's the iPhone 17 Air, then you're super minimal, you like clean design, you don't want anything that takes too much space, which is actually cool, but you might just need to charge 1 or 2 times a day, unless Apple does something super innovative. And if it's the Pro and the Pro Max version, then you just want to max out on everything like performance, battery, you know, camera system, all those stuff that will help you throughout the day. Whether you're a content creator, a gamer, or somebody who just likes to use every inch of the performance, which is really nice, that's good for you. But yeah, I'm super hyped about the whole camera layout, the design, the spec, the performance, and I just can't wait till September. And if you want to do a pre-order, you can always do it a day before, something like that, so don't forget. And if you feel like you're coming from a iPhone 8 or 8 Plus to the iPhone 17, then that is a great choice. But if you're from the iPhone 12, 13, 14, then that is up to you to choose which one will actually fit you. But for me, I'm actually tempted about the orange color. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Does this phone resemble any brand out there? Is it something you would go for? What do you think about the colors, the cameras? Just let me know in the comments. See you guys next week.